Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Wait, that wide 20. 56. All day, dog. Hey.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rip. Hey, Alpha. Rip. Check 13. Check 13. Alert.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
56 is the money. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check it, reload.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's got his man here. It's Green. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Set the 23. Linda. Defense, let's go. 25. Check 25. Army.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. He won't go down. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flacco's throw there, complete. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Passing play, Flacco. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Watch your slap.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Running with Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Olivier Vernon brings him down. From the 36, Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Flacco. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, that's...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Saubert, his first touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Look, this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield, here's Brady. And that's complete. It's Green here.
Let's go. 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, ball 66.
They'll run with McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, check it. 50.
From the 29, Brady. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Brady now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Sets up the first down and goal at the 6-yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 6 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 14 now as he sends this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting.
Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Again, McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Grant on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Wait, set. Wait, Mike 54. I got it. Right there. 54, right there. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch Shadow.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run. This is Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's 2nd down.
Wait, set. Mike 20. Shadow. Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm here all day. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. No, 60.
Shotgun now for Brady. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. 53. Linda. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Alpha.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And able to find Green. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Brady now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. You got nothing. That's so much. Let me too.
McCaffrey shifts by him.
Watch out.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got time. As you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the 30 on 2nd down, Flacco. That's caught by Howard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill. X3, 218, jump.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's Flacco. Completes it to Austin. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They can't hang with us. Jim. Hey, goal 66. Switch.
On the ground, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go. Hey, 66. 56 to Mike, boy. Easy. Hey.
Throwing now is Brady.
Don't get yourself. Come on here.
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Now Flacco. He finds Howard complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Flacco off play action. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All day, defense, all day. All 50. Hey, Foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw once more on second and 10. Flacco flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Here's Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Setting to throw, Flacco. Open man is Noah Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Whip.
Brady going to throw here. Finding Green complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments.